refreshed and with a brand new trim level. Today, I'm gonna get to test drive the 2025 Ford F-150 Lightning. It's my first time in a Lightning, so I'm gonna grab an expert like Logan Clare here. Hey, Logan.
What's up, Brian? How you doing, buddy?
Doing well.
Good.
Logan's a salesperson at Smale Ford in Greensburg, and together, we're gonna take this vehicle on a test drive.
Oh, yeah.
If you're interested in a new Ford vehicle, come check out our inventory. We're online at smaleford.com. Let's talk about the exterior color here, Logan. What do we have?
So we have the space white metallic color on this F-150 Flash, and it's a beautiful color, a little bit of an off-white.
And that does contrast well with the blacked out grille there. Now, the big thing that makes the Lightning different than the F-150, at least on the front end cosmetically, is this light bar that comes across, right, with the daytime running lights?
Yep.
I'm noticing also down below we have tow hooks.
Yeah, you got the tow hooks in case you get stuck in a pinch, to get stuck in a ditch, or if you have a friend that gets stuck, you can easily pull them out of there. You can add the tow package to another F-150 if you buy one that does not have at this trim level.
Okay.
You can get that added to other trim levels.
Coming around the side, I'm noticing these giant wheels, Logan. What do we have here?
You got 20-inch wheels right there, Brian.
And it looks like they have a nice glossy black exterior. Is that part of the Flash package?
Yes, sir.
So you notice the badging, the F-150 Flash badging there. There's a little button there on the side I'm just gonna hit, and that's gonna be where we charge it up, huh?
Yeah, you can take it to any local charger. We even have one here in front of Smale Ford that you're more than welcome to come use.
I'm noticing these running boards coming down the side, have that Ford logo in there. What about keyless entry? Do we have that in this vehicle?
Yeah, so you do have that in the vehicle as long as you have the keys. Put your hand right there, will unlock. You can open it up, close it, and unlike most vehicles that have the little touch button right there, lock it up, you just press right there. Light will flash on the mirror, you're all good to go.
Cool. I actually heard the tailgate lock as well whenever that happens, so that's cool to note.
It actually has a mega powered frunk is what Ford likes to call it. So
right.
it's a large compartment, has a lot of space in it. For security and storage, is powered, but just open it up to get a little quicker look at it.
Yeah, and it looks like you have a lot of space in there.
You do, yeah. You got a lot of space, and this even lifts up right here for some extra storage, stuff like that. And it even has a light feature. Car's off, so can't look at that, but...
And something else I'm noticing, wow, talk about power.
Yeah, so in there you got your standard USB phone chargers, and then you also have your 3-pronged, in case you want to go camping or taking outdoor activities, picnics, anything like that. Got a nice charger right there.
Coming around the back side of the vehicle, you have the F-150 logo imprinted on there. You have the dark blue Ford logo. You have, looks like you have your hitch and your towing package on here.
Little lightning symbol.
That's cool. I like that back there.
Yeah, a lot of advertising that's the Lightning, says it on the sides, on the back by the bed, and on the little flag right there.
And if I want to open up this tailgate, I'm just gonna slowly lower that myself. It looks like it's not a slow opening, but it does.
No,
come down
it is
easily.
not. But it does have a lot of cool features. It has the lights to light up the bed, and in the back here, you have your 2 more 3-prong outlets as well.
Wow, there's a lot of power in this truck. Not just driving wise.
Yeah, it's got a lot of power for driving, and it's definitely got a lot of power to suit your needs, whether you're out camping or even at home. Even if you're doing yard work, construction work, plug in a saw, plug in the front or the back.
And lots of tie downs back there as well. Jumping into the back seats, I'm noticing these tinted windows. You have a lot of room for storing stuff in the doors. What I'm seeing here, if I pull this here, I'm able to put up the bottom half of these seats. Of course, the other half here will fold up as well on the other side, like so. So you have a lot of space in here to store things vertically, any way you really want. There's a ton of space. Some additional storage underneath these seats. But there's also something else. If I put this back down, you can pull this down. So there's multiple different ways that you can kind of have these seats. You have a lot of options back here, but let's go ahead and jump inside here for a second, Logan, and take a look at what's in front of us. We obviously have a couple cup holders up here and maybe a vertical holder for a cell phone or something like that. You also have below that your ventilation, 2 USB-C fast charging ports, and you have a 3-prong 120 house outlet. I think we've counted
7
so far. Yeah, that is a lot. You have storage on the back of these seats as well. But one thing that I really appreciate back here is that the top of this truck actually kind of bows out up here, so it gives you a little bit more vertical space back here to actually,
Yeah, now you can
appreciate.
fit taller people in the back instead of having to take multiple vehicles or trying to cram them up front.
All right, while we were doing the flash review, Christian Truex, who's actually one of our salesperson over at Mazda, drives a Lightning. Christian, you drive the Lightning. Mm-hmm. What do you think of this vehicle? You've been driving it for over a year now.
I actually do love my Lightning. I like the torque. I like the speed that it has. I like the capability of the full-size cabin for my family, like my small family. You know, I can fit 2 car seats in the back pretty comfortably with my wife, and I love the amenities in it. And I don't travel too far for work, so it makes a great, to and from work truck, to haul my groceries, my mulch, my things for the house. So it's been a great car for me, honestly.
You know what I noticed is actually different from the one that we're doing is actually you have a sunroof.
Yeah,
that's
so
really
this
nice.
is the Lariat version. So this comes with a few more amenities than some of the trim levels, but this is pretty loaded with the sunroof, heated and cooled seats.
Yeah.
It's
awesome.
It's nice. It's really nice.
Cool. Well, thanks for your help. Appreciate
Absolutely.
your input. Thanks. Have a good one.
You too, man.
Jumping into the front seats for the Lightning for the first time here, Logan, we have a lot of different textures up here on the dashboard. Looks like we have a blackish leather that has some nice...
The hand stitched across the front there, yep.
Yeah, really gray stitching, looks great. We have this giant screen. Let's start things up because it is a hot day. I'm gonna put my foot on the brake, press the engine start stop button, just like I was in a regular F-150, and that's gonna start up. Of course, we're not hearing the engine because there is no engine. This is an electric vehicle.
Yeah, they are very nice with how quiet they are.
I don't think there was any difference in size between this and like a regular F-150 too,
nope.
Right? Let's take a look at this steering wheel real quick. On the left side of this steering wheel, I have my adaptive cruise control, lane keep assist, volume buttons, and we have a push to talk button here. So my big question is, do we have Apple CarPlay, Android Auto on this?
Yeah, have Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. You can connect both phones to that. You can control through the screen whether you wanted to make a call or not, or if you're driving, you can just hold the button, say, hey, call, call Brian, and it'll start dialing you.
Really cool. And you can listen to your own music on there and all that stuff. So that's really great to have. When I look at the right side of this steering wheel, I have a menu button here, and it looks like that's going to help me change stuff that's on my instrument cluster in front of me here.
Yeah, it'll show you your trip, truck info, or whether if you're towing something, you can hit towing. You can have your phone settings controlled up there, navigation up there as well.
Yeah, so many different settings you can go into here. I mean, that's a whole other video in itself.
Yeah, a lot of technology here.
But you can see that that's a fully digital instrument cluster in front of me, and you have a lot of information on there. Just for anybody who may not have driven an electric vehicle before, on the left-hand side here, what is this showing exactly?
So there you have your range. It'll show you how much power you're putting out and how much battery life you have left.
Cool.
It also shows your battery life up at the top. Miles on the right, has a little built-in compass down at the bottom right. It'll also show you the local speed for the road that you're on. Let's
work our way over to this large infotainment screen, vertical here in the center, and just to make sure this is not an iPad. That's fastened on there, so that's good. What I'm noticing down here on the bottom part of this infotainment screen, we have our heated seats there. We have also 3 settings on that. We have a heated steering wheel button, and we have our AC controls kind of all built into that down here. And it looks like the driver and passenger both have heated seats, right?
Yeah, they both have the heated seats, and they both have climate control there. So if you want yours to be low and I wanted mine to be warmer, I can definitely jack it up or, sync it up with the driver.
And we have a lot of different things that we can display here on the screen. We were just talking about some of it. We have zone lighting in this vehicle.
Yeah, camping, maybe going out fishing late or just hanging out with some friends. Yeah, you could definitely get the zone lighting on the sides, back, front to light it up.
That's where you decide where the light is, right?
Yeah, that's where you decide where the light is and which one of the 3-prong chargers you want to use, whether the front or the back.
If you're on a trip, for example, a lot of people, they have this range anxiety. Like, what is the range that you get on a...
So right now, this one, which is a little less than fully charged, it's getting 286 miles.
Yeah.
So, that's pretty impressive, and that's almost at full charge. So
yeah, so almost at 300 there.
Yeah, about 300.
Yeah. So looks like we have our camera here, and we have a 360 camera.
360 camera with the alerts, for when you get close to somewhere. This is currently showing the front right now, and then you can change whichever way you want, front, back. Has this 3-prong with the mirrors on the camera, because there are built-in mirrors underneath
wow.
or built-in cameras underneath the mirrors.
Okay.
And you even have one on your trailer for when you go to catch up. Connect.
Yeah.
One to view your bed to make sure everything's in your bed.
Yeah.
And even one viewing the back.
I'm going to put the vehicle into reverse, and whenever I change my steering wheel direction, it's actually changing. You can see little guided lines.
It has the lines to show you where your vehicle's angled, green lines to show where you're going to be at, but yeah.
And whenever I get close to something, it's going to alert me there. You can hear it beeping more and more and more as we get closer to that Mercedes.
Yep.
But definitely it's nice to have that type of thing. So while we're in reverse,
it even notifies you vehicle coming from left.
Yeah, see, that's really nice. That cross-traffic monitoring, just alerting you, especially like if you get into a busy like grocery store type situation, parking lot, where you're in reverse and you have kind of a larger vehicle here. Yeah. You might not be able to quite see a certain angle, but basically, that's going to alert you.
Cross traffic has saved my hide numerous times at the grocery store, so it's definitely a great feature to have, because people, just walk in front, or little kids. It's definitely great because it will notify you very quickly, and especially with this one that's coming from the left or the right. That way you kind of know which way to look at.
I went ahead and activated the adaptive cruise control here at this light. So what this is doing is registering the vehicle in front of us. And if we were to get to a certain distance between this car, and that car is going slower, it's going to slow us down. So it's going to keep us at a nice, safe distance. And that'll bring us all the way down to a complete stop. Adaptive cruise control is really great for stop and go traffic.
So the lane keep assist is really nice. It makes sure that it keeps you within both lines. If you start veering a little too far left or veering a little too far right, it will kind of pull you back into that lane. It'll give you a gentle little reminder. If you keep going, it will manually pull you back into the lane. You'll feel the wheel kind of vibrate, and it'll pull you back in, making sure that you're safe within your lanes.
I will say something just popped up on my instrument cluster in the front, and that's hands-free cruise. So it looks like this vehicle has set itself, is driving itself, right?
Yep, yeah, it's driving itself right now. Your hands are off the wheel. That is BlueCruise, which is offered through Ford. It's based right there, so as long as that camera, there's a set amount of roads, set amount of distances that you can go on BlueCruise, and as long as you are looking forward, within that camera can see you looking forward, it will drive itself while you're on those roads. And then whenever you come to a close stop, or whether it's, when that road is up, it will, alert you and hand back control to the driver.
And it really is keeping me within the lines of the road, and keeping me within the speed that I have set, and the distance from the vehicle in front of me. So that is really nice that all of that is taken care of. I haven't had to really touch anything up here for the last 30 seconds or so, and this vehicle's just driving itself.
Yeah, as long as you keep your eyes forward and you're on one of those roads, you have nothing to worry about. It'll go and you will be fine. Like I said, it just wants you to look forward, as long as that camera can see that you're looking forward. Now, if you were to start playing on your phone or looking out the window from up here, it will notify you that you need to look forward and that you need to be watching the road.
So all I did there was turn on my turn signal, and it checked to make sure that nobody was in the right lane.
Yeah.
And it moved us over by itself.
Yeah, it's really, really advanced technology. Yeah. It's super cool technology. It is, not many vehicles have a feature like that. You know, the BlueCruise is exclusive to Ford and Lincoln, so it's very, very cool. Yeah,
I'm being attentive around me here. I'm just making sure that, we're not, anybody around me isn't driving erratically or whatever the case is. But I really haven't done anything here for the last few minutes.
Yeah, that's the best part about BlueCruise, as long as, because you can take control back at any time from the vehicle. You never, if you don't want to use it, you don't have to, but it is a very nice feature. And you're doing exactly what you should be. You're letting the vehicle handle the road and the speed and driving itself, and you're making sure that everything around you is good.
So if I want to disengage that, all I'm going to do is hit my foot on the brake, and that's going to disengage that.
Yeah. Don't slam on the brake. Just a light little, little push, little tap on the brake, and it will disengage, and now you have full control of the vehicle again.
Coming around to this on-ramp, we're going to do a speed test here. We're just going to see how quickly we can get up to 60 from 0. And here we go. Well, might have burned a little bit of rubber there getting up, but yeah, that was That was a quick one. I want to say that was around 4
Yeah, 3.5, 4 seconds.
Yeah, yeah. And what kind of power do we get from this?
Yeah, so it has a 452 horsepower with the standard range and a 580 horsepower with the extended range battery. Both have 775 pound-feet of torque, which is very nice. For the warranty, you do get the 3-year or 36,000 bumper to bumper, 5-year 60,000 power terrain, 5-year 60,000 roadside assist, 5-year 60,000 safety restraint system, and a 8-year 100,000 mile electrical vehicle component warranty as well.
Okay. On the left-hand side, I have some people in my blind spot. You're going to notice that the mirror lights up to let you know somebody's over there. If somebody was over there and you turned on your turn signal like that, it's actually going to flash at you to alert you, hey, don't make that left-hand turn, there's somebody over there. So wow, the Ford F-150 Lightning has a ton of really great features in it. I think it's an awesome truck. I'm glad Christian was out there to let us know what he thought of it. Logan, if they have questions about this vehicle, how could they contact you?
Yeah, just come in and see us at Smale Ford in Greensburg, PA, off Route 30 behind the sheets, or visit us at smaleford.com. We hope to see you soon.
All right, guys, until next time, enjoy the ride.
Have fun.